In a twinkling night sky, tiny twinkle flickered, dreaming of brightness. A kind moon floated by, sharing wisdom with Twinkle.
In a vibrant, sunlit meadow, I watched my friends leap over the stream, my heart racing with envy and fear. "I'm scared I'll fall," I exclaimed, my ears drooping.
Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a valley shrouded in eternal darkness. This was the cursed valley of Ever. For 100 long years, the valley had known only darkness. Legends spoke of a faint glimmer of hope, a last light hidden deep within the forest guarded by lurking shadows. Those who sought it never returned. But one day, a lone traveler named Elias arrived at the decaying town on the edge of the forest. He walked past the ruined windmills and blackened trees, their branches clawing at the fog that clung to the hills. As night began to fall, he reached the town gate. The weathered gatekeeper eyed him suspiciously. Another fool, chasing a fairy tale. Turn back before night falls. But alive was the light in the lit tavern. Sat in the old man beckoned over. She whispered. He slid a worn piece of parchment across the table. It was marked with strange runes and symbols. The next morning, Elias awoke to the sound of birds tweeting. He unfurled the map and studied it in the bustling market. Suddenly, a young herbalist named Leora approached him. If you're heading into Evershade Forest, first but once, bridge, Leora said. Beyond that, no turn disappeared behind the forest. They ventured deep in forest trees with rays that like glass. Suddenly, the forest is alive. They found carvings in light and shadow. Soon, they came to a swaying box. Is with Leora said. It does place. Took a deep breath. I swear forget you him. What do you do? Charm and she broke the temple. I stopped. It was then she turned and left. Lost in alone. Ears and left. He had to left right. Which the puzzle. But the shaking of black smoke and shadow. The light appeared. It is life. You have trespassed now. No, this light consumed him. Turned once more. Two to be shared. In eagerness. This was of hope. As nightfall, he before nightfall. In town, he found a dimly lit tavern where the locals sat and over. The last light is real, she whispered. My son sought it. A worn piece of parchment across the table. It was my room, and the next I spoke to the bird tweet and studied it in the bustling market. She said, if you return. As dawn broke, Elias and Leora village. No one soon the fog as they stepped into the forest. Into the forest. With them. The forest is alive. It was a war between light and lace my father. Leora whispered. He was one of the lost seekers. In this place. You remember. They journeyed deeper. Towing don't spit your voices. Outside. And left. Found giant light. Just like each wrong move. Creatures were almost on him. Suddenly, shaking up smoke and shower blinded foils. Then the shame is not an object. Foolish mortal. It is life. Around and now peace. The shade king. No! It was people! As he stepped forward, the shaking screamed and dissolved interest. When the town awoke, from the silver on the sights are too great to keep shared the end. Once upon a time, how did eternal for 100 years? Valley, only darkness. Let's go a last light and force by the return alone traveler. Lost right, the king of the force, windows and blood trees. Ran on fly as not fall. Another chasing fairy tale. Turn back, falls. But last was turning. He stepped into town, found the local sentence, bring sorrows away, and wind ma back over. Last she spurred, and whenever I still have him out. He's never started when I was symbols. The next morning, I spoke to the bird being a fact, and in sunlight, and the herbalist named Leora pushed it. Handcade forest, you'll manage, and he's running off the first, but once. Thank you, I'm here, lies, village. How do you bridge? Said, no one returns. Soon, the village behind wall, they stepped doors. They entered in force, passing through riches and lost. Suddenly, the eyes watched when the forest is alive. The rest was the main but Leo pulled the edge, and they stood bound. I thought, you lost here. I don't have him. Thank you for finding this. Again, but you remind him they with no glow. Leo said, it's fine. Why you hold the bears? Leora and trust the witness. Suddenly, eyes in her hand, and she broke it up. Read the control. And she stop. It didn't much. She did her process. It'll help. Then she turned left. I stepped inside alone. And left beams of light. Had to eliminate each move. Shadow, life. And finally, all the puzzle creatures were all upon him. Suddenly, the shaking ear was already black smoke and shadow armor. Black nose. He said, you right. The shade lunged. The last baby. His hand moved right each sleep. Finally, the shade came out. Like is object. Foolish. Is if you toss the and not shade. This hope and smiled. Some lights are too great to keep. We shared. Far away and had known. Only a last light and deep with those who saw he walked past the windows and trees. Town gate. The weathered gatekeeper eyed him suspiciously. Elias was determined. I've come for the light. I'll leave. And that named Moses. She were inside her. I still have kept the table. It was once. As they stepped suddenly between light and bridge deep giant whatever you do press the hand. This is where use this. Then he turned left. He found here and left with the were almost on it. Shaking smoke. Each cried out is an object foolish mortal. We found the strong miles of all we had. This is a lot between light and shadow. Soon, until now, remind me of said, temple. She had then she turned left. He had just right. Finally, he saw the shaking bird. He was and with that, shaking his loader. Object. Is like the shaking belongs to the people. More. Keep the end. The valley this of years valley had no shadows never down. I'll leave once left branches then she turned and left. Down some gears and just the roof. Show creed the pulp suddenly shaking smoke and for more. She watched the light each right. The light is not object foolish mortal. It is like found ground. Now she assumed him. A far away long forest arrived at the edge of the chase locals I'll do behind a wall little claws. It remembers rope it'll try to his body until it was until now breath the mind don't whisper and she and she turned and left inside the own gears he had to line up remove shadow suddenly shaking smoke and shower more you lunged the shaking by down the ground. Now she is shaking on the lights. This will belongs to the people. And so it's clear to him. They scream and all famous. This will look like light. The windows and children laughing. As a child says, sides are great. Keep the chair. Even if it's half the end. On a time ago, there was tried to be honest. It's for long years. Let know. Only this is over the road. I'll slide in the force of the so side never all trouble. They also at the digging on the force. Windows and trees. Relying on the clunks. And I get off. You say, whether they keep on no fool. She's not for you. Before walls. Lies, but I I'll leave it and he's in down. He'll have built sad and just for money. I told him more than for the still. I thought never play still have his part of it was strange and so I also first he unfrom and it was so I probably your option have for more and for more for this thank you. I'm your first on this video after the you to rich what the turns to build your ball is for in the for and for it look plus so the life for the life remember to trust on each part of the world chat so over a boss is so trust for not is like so the old yet to reach an event place for another yours when I until they find this place she did I swear never but you want them very deep language name blue so straight it has like real into the whispers inside your trust the things see us the change both style my voice is right up yours like demands too much she lies on this it will help you and she turned left like inside alone now just so years and that's all he told him just right move out your past any of the creature all on him suddenly the of your outfit made of black smoke and shiny is not real you then he reappeared and began lunch while his attack is low of each like finally the shake out is not more is if you sit and shake shaking much less no it's like this whole thing is not it's okay forward the like the shaking spring as all into so they got paid they don't like no not like one so on the tips and smile some are keep that's all half the end what I'm like tried it it's like for 100 years like no way but so think about asking for guarded and just started there turn on the shot and is right down all the hosts on rooms and breeze the first fossils at night and all each side but take right straight marvel so back walls but I was right I like even and that is in that in the little sense just away and old in my the lights up that's it never so happens to each other what brings is also between I am urban you are had it more than is on the first bonus then you find your on bro last but the you know what friends to this year of this more entry in the has to be the boss go like watch dark for life the order it was on the attention soon they so great promises this is those who cross the burn the track over the edge they continue to reach and never chance throughout my word you lost the time till now for this take breath I swore and then but running into the tunnel with this tree was it has the you don't listen to this I was the last hand you feel that from the and outside is way up yours this much she has a process you it'll help you enter and else inside hello you and work things of the keep on which one move now which that's fine he's all possible you're almost on him some shaking word what how to give it such a like once you and you get your shaking lunch lies crack his load bright shaking cry out like not flush mortal life for some shakes the much held this round sights so it doesn't so be it as for today as long as like never more so like your other turtles like so great here that's all we have the end what's the moment no that trap in progress is really after 100 years belly demon only part is for I didn't more shadows go to side here while the light at the end of the force why have the room and light they fall on the hills and they fall reach the what drives to another fool she's a fair right but I swear I feel I'll even and he's down found in the pattern little sounds change out see I told me never ever but like she but so have his match she's already tweeting but it wasn't something your Russian they're heading there's more much and the but almost I'm not here to the I'll do the rich or that soon this is your blog as the force there the force passing through greatest and like sun the eyes also the voice yours numbers is on the function coming forward and chat soon thank you bridge process this bridge that it's those must trying to turn this money into last horrible edge until reach the hills and everyone's place to about those last years I know I'm till now at place she took the path I start and never comprehend but you want him it's a way I don't think it's already there's a test month I know don't know space I became a voice see a lot of people to voice my is what I stop said please give me channel I saw this this hello and she turned and left inside alone we found just years and we're things you align them so right he saw those players were all stalking suddenly the shaking gear you were and shadow like